Oops, and there we are, live. Just making drinkies. This one's for Mrs. Angry. Christmas brandy, spiced brandy, and ginger ale. Just a very simple little drinky. Tiny bit there for another drink. Top that up with some more ginger ale. And over there. Fox found a new favourite booze, which is great. Hello, Bum Fungus on Twitch. And hello, Justin. You come down with something that isn't COVID, so it's like COVID. Yeah, well, I mean, it's a coronavirus. There are a lot of them. There are a lot of influenzas and similar viruses. So there you go. Hello, once was Strathfield. Yes, it's bye-bye Miss American Pie Day. Ooh, optical turkey. I love the technical talk. Respiratory syncytial? Anyway, a virus, certainly. So that was Mrs. Angry's drink. I make my own drink because I just realized that there's a little bit of homemade spiced rum left. I was using it up and just making a daiquiri, basically. Right. I got some ice that's stuck together that I'm going to put in my shaker. Oh, nice. Fox, four Pillars Bloody Shiraz gin. I've got Pinot Noir gin from Tasmania, which is quite nice. Music elevator, someone you know had an inflamed foot, thought it was a broken bone, went to the doctor. Now he's in hospital with COVID. Yeah, shit happens. All right, this is going to be loud. I'm going to switch off my microphone for a second in deference to anyone who may have headphones on. Shaker is painfully cold to hold. That probably means it's done. And I have a glass chilling like a villain in the freezer. Yes, Strathfield, 62 years since the day the music died. But pour myself a daiquiri. Music over. The inflamed foot may have been unrelated to the COVID, potentially. Throwing it out there. But who knows? There are some weird occasional symptoms with COVID. Dr. Abigail, songs about McLean's life. Oh, yeah, it's just the day the music died. Yes, he's not talking about the crash so much as events that happened on the anniversary of the crash. Justin, there's something called COVID toes. That's weird. Anyway, cheers. I haven't made a daiquiri for a while. Oh, 3-ingredient cocktails, man. They can be really good. That's a bit special because it has the last of the little batch of homemade spiced rum I made. Hello, Megaleech. Yes, of course, musical elevator. You'd know detail about the plane. Beechcraft V-tail Bonanza, a nice plane. Took in low cloud. The weather forecast can predict. Yes, unexpected bad weather, and they crashed. Once with Strathfield, I don't think that was the case about the pilot being inexperienced and a 21-year-old. Could look it up, but that's not a detail I've ever heard before. So, Charles Harden Holly. The Crickets. Death. Winter Dance Parties tour. Oh, Waylon Jennings was on that tour. There you go. The pilot, Roger Peterson, took off in inclement weather even though he was not certified to fly, instruments only. So it doesn't say his age in Wikipedia. Just said he was. Okay, so once with Strathfield, you found something saying, what was the source that said he was 21-year-old? Because it didn't mention that in Wikipedia. It did say he wasn't qualified to fly instruments only. Yum. The Googles. Wait a sec. If I do this, the pilot, Roger Peterson. 37 to 59. Spot on. 21 when he died. You're absolutely spot on. That's really interesting. Thank you for sharing that, because that's a little detail I don't recall having heard prior to tonight. Thank you for bringing that up. I like to learn new things. Jesus. Buddy Holly was only 22. Richie Valens was probably about the same age. Yeah, well, once Strathfield, Waylon Jennings was in Buddy Holland's band, and he still plays. I think. Don't think he's dead. He's me saying, "Oh, Waylon Jennings, alive and kicking." Someone goes, "No, he's not." It's like, oh, doe. They would be 80s. Buddy Holly, 22. Yeah, Buddy Holly would be 80s. Yeah. Richie was the youngest. You're right. Yes. Richie, I suppose, would be 79 this year. Waylon Jennings is dead. Okay. Who knows? I don't pay, because he became a country guy. I don't pay a lot of attention to country music. So. Yes, I remember that spoof Anakin by something about Anakin guy. Yeah. Jesus Christ, did Waylon Jennings die 20 years ago? That's how much attention I was paying. Jesus. Nobody, greetings and salutations. Unnamed channel. Are you saying Nelson Mandela died twice? Is this going to be a joke? No. Just like, wow. I'm again, time has no meaning, but I'm real surprised that Waylon Jennings died 20 years ago. I did not. That is a huge surprise to me. I thought he might have died in the last decade or something. The Mandela effect. Is that what the Mandela effect is named after? I know what that is. It's when people are convinced a thing happened that didn't happen. Like they swear the books they read as a kid were the Berenstain Bears, and it's always been the Berenstain Bears. And it's like Shaquille O'Neal did a movie where he was a genie, It was called, I forget what it was called, Shazam or something. I don't know, but he was a genie. Then a lot of people are absolutely convinced that that 90s personality Sinbad did a genie movie called Kazam. People are convinced it's real. It isn't. And it gets, and sometimes it trips you out that the thing you thought was real is not real. And sometimes people refuse to believe it's not real and they think it's a parallel dimension thing. Okay, so here's the person who came up with the term. Fiona Broome created it in 2009, detailing her observance of the phenomenon. She was at a conference talking with other people about how she remembered the tragedy of former South African President Nelson Mandela's death in a South African prison in the 1980s. Okay, she's a fucking idiot. Okay, here's the thing. I didn't think it was named after that because that's such a shit stupid thing to think happened. That Mandela died in prison. He was released. Apartheid ended. He was president of South Africa. Who in the ever-loving fuck thinks Nelson Mandela died in prison? That's so fucking stupid. I hate this person now. She's a fucking idiot. Okay, notable examples. People remember a painting of Henry VIII eating a turkey leg, though no such painting has ever existed. Oh, misremembering lines for movies. I don't think that counts. And they've got Luke, I'm your father, and Mirror, Mirror on the Wall. Oscar Mayer. See, that's a good one. People think it was Meyer and it's Mayer. That's like the Berenstain Bears. The location of New Zealand. This is it. Yeah, Shazam. People think Sinbad was a genie. Yeah, okay. Shaq's movie was called Kazam. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Unnamed channel. That's where the name comes from. People think he died. They're fucking morons. Okay, the Berenstain Bears, I can get behind. Misremembering movie lines, I can get behind. Thinking Nelson Mandela died in prison in the 80s? You're a fucking moron. That's fucking moronic. He was such an important figure in the 90s. Post-apartheid, president of South Africa. What sort of fuckwit thinks he died in prison in the 80s? That's just doing my head in. Like little things, thinking there's a movie that doesn't exist, thinking there's a painting that doesn't exist, misremembering movie lines, misremembering the spelling of things or the name of books, or that's all stuff I can get behind. Thinking, oh no. Unnamed channel, you didn't come up with it. The person who coined the term Mandela effect came up with it. I'd never heard that was the reason. That is shit fucking stupid. And I can't hold back. It's just too stupid a mistake to make. It's no, that's just stupid as hell. And I have no respect for anyone who thought that. Not just a pretty pelvis. Okay. Oh, man. Daiquiri is a good drink. Okay, I already know for next week, Monday's Pisco Sour Day. And I'm gonna do a pisco sour porn star martini. Yeah. Yes, Miss Gavin, Mandela's extremely important. No, but you think there's a lot of people who don't know history, so they know their name but not who he was. So I guess for the ship stuff. But geez, okay, if you were too young to remember, but if someone who was an adult, even a young adult in the 80s, saying they thought anyone, an adult in 2009, saying they thought Nelson Mandela died in prison, and I'm just going to keep saying it. This person's a fucking moron. That's not a weird thing. Didn't remember it. That person's a fucking moron. And if they say lots of people are fucking morons. Honestly, Fox, I don't think I have tried the Four Pillars Bloody Shiraz gin. Abigail, I'd rather go for the Mandalorian effect. Quite honestly. Yeah, there you go. Once with Strathfield, you were 12 when he released in 1990, became president of South Africa in 94. Chris, hello, American Pie. Album never sounded better when your dad put it on the record. He may have been drunk, but he knew how to set up a stereo. Nice. Music over. It's like forgetting that Caesar didn't die when he went to Gaul before his consul. I only know the fictional version of Caesar, namely, he was murdered. I believe this is basically what happened. He was murdered in Rome. And I know that from Shakespeare. Now, but you're off again. Thanks for dropping in, man. Yeah, you go have a Discord date, mate. You do it. I love Dr. Abigail. What would the Mandalorian effect be? People who forget the way? They say this is the way when what they are doing is not the way? That's the Mandalorian effect. Although, here's a fun one. Just thinking Star Wars really springs to mind. And this really springs to mind with probably my favorite of the Star Wars movies, Rogue One. The trailer for it had a lot of footage they didn't use in the end movie. Well, a lot, 2 distinct bits. And apparently they did massive reshoots. Like they, shot the movie and they just weren't happy with it. And they said, no, we need this to happen differently. So they went and did massive reshoots, which made people go, oh, it's going to fail. And it was friggin' awesome. It was really good. But there were 2 bits in the trailer that weren't in the movie. One with Jin saying, it's a rebellion. That's what I do. I rebel. That wasn't in the movie. The other bit when she's walking out along a tower and a TIE fighter like hovers up at her and what's going to happen? That never happened in the movie. And also I think there was a shot of her wearing like the dark Imperial armor in a lit tunnel, and that shot wasn't in the movie either, I don't think. Although I'm not sure about that. Abigail, the Mandalorian effect. See, people who take their helmets off and show their face, it's people who can't stand people not seeing their face, so they take their helmet off and reveal it. Kind of like Sylvester Stallone in the 90s Judge Dredd movie. And good on Carl Urban not having that level of ego. And, oh, wait, can you not do what you're going to do because it's going to be difficult? Ask me what you want, because I've got some ice that's basically water there, and if you're crawling around, there's too high a risk you'll spill. You want ice cream? Yeah, well, you go there and I'll get you ice cream. Sorry, that was a convoluted way of me saying I'll get you ice cream, because you're doing Fridge Ninja stuff would probably just too much hassle for you. This is too awkward to do while being stealthy. So you just want some ice cream rather than an ice cream on a stick. There you go. Joy's doing a stream in the kitchen. All right. Safa, no, there's no aircon, but it's been very cool for a couple of days. Apparently, someone's coming between 7:30 and 8 a.m. tomorrow, and we don't know what they're doing, and we don't know how long it'll take. Whether we'll be without power for an hour, 2 hours, 6 hours, if they'll have to come back on multiple days. We don't know. Just someone's coming around apparently very early in the morning. Well, I might even be civilized and not be wearing pajamas when they get here. Optical Turkey Color Urban Dread is awesome. And yeah, there's been talks and development for Mega City One Stories TV show for years now. It's it's pretty good. And yeah, the Carl Urban Dread movie was just friggin' great. They made it because I was into the 2000 AD comics that Judge Dredd's in way back in the 80s. You want some water too? Okie dokes. I've got a big collection of 2000 AD comics from the 80s, probably into the early 90s. The origin of Judge Dredd, and they changed a few things from the comics. They specifically put some stuff in from the comics too, which was nice. That story in the Dredd movie doesn't come from the comics. They created an entirely new story and did a good bloody job, in my opinion. And that's not really Anderson's origin story in the comics, but it was a good origin story for her. So, yeah. Monster Strathfield. Was the world different in the 90s compared to now? Oh, no. Anyone who says nothing has changed since 1990 is full of crap. Oh, my God. Jesus. Okay. And Australia, slightly different to the rest of the world, but I mean, we only had broadcast TV in 1990. Actually, maybe when did Foxtel start in Australia? I'm just trying to find. Okay, no, it didn't start till 95. So all Australia had in 1990 was terrestrial TV. So the metropolitan, like Sydney and Melbourne, had Channel 7, 9, 10, SBS, ABC. That was it. 1990, no fucking internet outside of some universities and research places. General public, no internet. I mean, seriously, anyone who'd say nothing changed since 1990 needs fucking slapping around, quite honestly. Now I want to know, when did the Berlin Wall come down? (1989). Okay, so that was a very big change in 1989 when the Berlin Wall came down. Yes, so having to watch Burke's Backyard and Hay Out Saturday would make you miserable. Yeah. A lot of people didn't even have VCRs in 1990. It's just, it's farcical. Like every piece of technology is so different to be almost unrecognizable. Cars are so different. New cars now are so different to new cars in 1990. It's, what you could buy in the shops was completely different in 1990 to now. Even my little hobby, cocktails. Cocktails were shit in 1990. Cocktails didn't start getting good again till the late 90s. So like the 70s and 80s was the dark ages for cocktails. Everything was just syrups and sugars and whatnot. Everything was so different. It was hard to get 3 friends to meet with landlines. Well, there's the whole thing. When you went to meet people, like we were saying, I'll meet you on Town Hall steps, 6 o'clock. Once you left home, that was it, incommunicado. So, and if everyone was, traveling to meet somewhere and it was going to take you half an hour to an hour to get there, so you get there, you just assumption. If something had changed for someone, they didn't get there, it was like, okay, well, how long am I going to hang around and wait for them? Because, they don't seem to be right. You're meeting people. They were either there or they weren't. There was no ringing their mobile. There was no pinging them on social media. The stressful day for you in the 90s buying secondhand records. Could only do that with one friend. 2 would be unusual. I mean, occasionally you organize bigger groups. But yeah, it'd be the kind of thing like, meet you on Town Hall steps at 6 o'clock. And then if the person or persons weren't there at 6 o'clock, it's like, Heine, that's a good one. You had to ring a phone number to tell us the exact time. We didn't have timepieces that were connected to the internet. 1194. I still remember the number. They only disconnected that a couple of years ago. But there was a recording at the third stroke. It will be 8, 28, and 30 seconds. Beep, beep, beep. And someone recorded the time in 10-second increments for 24 hours. I mean, they didn't sit there for 24 hours doing that. It probably would have been done over many days, if not weeks, to get it just right. But yes, it's someone with a very neutral BBC type voice set into a microphone. At the third stroke, it will be 12 o'clock precisely. Then it would go beep, beep, beep. And that's how you set your watch and set clocks and shit, by calling up the talking clock. Music Gravity, you grew up in a household of musicians. So Hey Hey was like a look at what other musicians are doing show. Yes, they're all racist, sexists. Yes. And so were the people you're watching with. Sounds like my family. Yeah. Unknown Channel, you think you managed to range 8 kids, early 90s, go to the movies. Took about a month and lots of phone calls to friends' parents. Yeah, it'd be a lot of messing about. Really would. Safa, if Telstra wasn't sold off in the 90s, I believe it was the Labor Hawke Keating government who started the sell-off of Commonwealth Bank and Telstra. Although I could be wrong. But that sounds like something those neoliberals would do. Now, I've still got a little bit of this ginger ale. You know what I like that with? Okay. Fox of Fate was talking about the gin finished in red wine. I might. My red wine gin. 40 spotted Pinot Noir gin. And I might be a bit gauche and have it with ice. But I am kind of gauche. Get a bit of ice. Okay. Okay, music. Telstra was a Howard idea. Okay, didn't start till 98. Okay, see, time means nothing to me. Fuck me, that lid is hard to get off. It's very gimmicky and it's quite awkward to hold and get off. I only got it because it was cheap at Costco, but it's actually pretty good. Right. Now, I've never actually done this with the ginger ale. I'm just assuming it's going to work. Might be sorely disappointed. So this is silly, gimmicky lid, you actually sit it on its lid. I'm going to hurt my hand with it. All right. A little bit more ginger beer in there. It's ginger ale, not ginger beer. What's the chance the modem get hit by lightning? Phone like this. It can definitely happen. I haven't heard of it happening for a while. Oh gosh, Strathfield, that bloody the Luna Park ghost train fire. There's a podcast that did the big expose investigation into that and laid the blame squarely at the feet of property developers, if I remember. That's pretty good. I was just thinking it would be good, and it is. So music over to get lightning strike on a node. You'll have no damage to the node, but 80% of the modems will die. So Strathfield, it was an ABC program, was it? I thought it was a podcast, but it's an ABC program. I didn't watch it. Strathfield wasn't Rage. And Rage still goes. Rage, such the savior. Oh my God. Many's a time in the 90s coming back from a rave or a party and being worse for wear when I got home and spacing out on the lounge in the wee hours watching Rage. And because the stuff Rage would play between like 3 and 6 a.m. was trippy as fuck. They knew who was watching between 3 and 6 a.m. So the clips they would play between 3 and 6 a.m. were trippy as fuck. Ugh, that's me. This half of your phone line was replaced by an NBN tech. It took him 3 hours to figure it out. Left the bedroom window open. Modem also died. You got a replacement. Oh, that's okay. Oh, nice. Once for Strathfield, you put some of the old VHS. I love finding when people have saved stuff. Like they recorded stuff of Rage and put the old clips on YouTube. It's brilliant. You still got lubricated goat performing naked on Andrew Denton's blah, blah, blah. Yes. Oh, dear. Imagine Rage loving playing that. So just to state the bleeding obvious, now we're getting in a nostalgia mode and you've got old Rage clips on YouTube channel. Is your YouTube channel Once Was R Strathfield? You can point people to it. They might like you to watch it. Trying to think what this tastes like, because honestly, it looks like red cordial. The ginger ale and the gin are playing really nicely. Oh God, yes, Donny Sutherland. He would play some wild stuff too. Unknown channel, you want to see it? Fiber optic cable melt being hit by light. I don't know what would happen. Okay, so this is your normal channel. Oh, your other is NZOZ. Okay. Oh, nice. And you did one for Donny Sutherland too. Donny's a friend of yours. Cool. Man, Donny saw some shit, man. In the 80s and 90s. Donny saw some shit. Okay. The people he hung out with and the stuff he got up to. What a ledge. That's all I'm gonna say. Fuck me, he would have stories. He would just have stories. See, where I was growing up in the country, Donny Sutherland had a Saturday morning music show, and it wasn't carried on the station that that was in the country town where I was. So I wasn't that familiar with Donny Sutherland. It wasn't until much later that I got to see him. So Strathfield, you can't share something. Poor man doesn't have a voice box. Oh no. God damn. So, but yes, people who work in the music industry, they get to see some shit. So he had his voice box removed a few years ago, and he's just chilling on the Gold Coast these days. Okay. Oh, it's an unfortunate thing for someone who spent his life talking. It was his job was his ability to talk about music and interview people, which he was very good at. Provided a lot of entertainment, did that man. It's going to be mostly water now, but it might be lightly flavored water. Limey water. It's actually quite nice. So you knew him for 15 years. Oh, no, yeah. Time catches up with us, basically. So it's kind of like limey water. There's probably a teeny bit of alcohol still in it, but the dominant taste was definitely lime. I've been amusing myself periodically. I was doing it this afternoon before coming on the stream, putting on a Red Dead Redemption 2 and going on murder sprees and then not saving the game because it's just like, now I can't go anywhere because I've killed dozens of people in every town, and I can't do anything. So I do that just for fun, and I don't save it. And then go back to where I saved before I started killing everyone. So, yeah. Kind of therapeutic, really. Just going on a murder spree. Oh, yes. No, Strathfield, I know Fletcher. Yeah. Fletcher's old school. Real like first generation YouTube. Fletcher comes on the stream occasionally, usually from Facebook, but Fletcher actually pops in to say hello occasionally. We used to hang out back in the day. Oh, before you answer, I guessed he was a friend of yours. No, Fletcher and I used to hang out back in the day. He's actually in a couple of real early videos on my channel. So yeah. No, Fletcher's old school, and he actually still drops in occasionally. So he's still kicking along. Oh, so you're in Tassie now? Yeah, no. Yeah, speaking of old school, Chris, yes, Corey came on a few weeks ago. Occasionally, yeah, he's online, not busy, and he sees I'm here and he jumps on and says hello. Old school. I do love it. Occasionally people just go like, oh man, you're still here. I was like watching your videos 10 years ago. And I went, yep, dude, time passes. Time marches on. So you moved from Sydney to Hobart. Okay, cool. Oh gosh, Strathfield, you want him to get back into YouTube. I mean, that's a big call. It's kind of like, the last 2 years, because of COVID, I stopped doing the pre-recorded videos. And I find it very hard to think of going back. Chris, I don't know Charles Trippy well. I have met Charles through Corey. And yes, still vlogs. I think he might still be doing it daily, like not missing a day, which is wild. Abigail times the fire in which we burn. Well, yes. Okay, I just thought of what I'm going to have. Okay. Cocktails by ingredient. By liqueur. I think it should be here. Swedish punch. QRS. Swedish punch. Okay. I'm gonna have some of my Swedish punch. That's right. There's all these ones called the Doctor. The Doctor. A Viking gimlet. Gin aquavit. Okay, I'm intrigued. What is in that? Gin. Oh no, I want something that's more than 5 ml Swedish punch. Mind you, I kind of want to try a gimlet that's got aquavit in it. Wow, that's actually really tempting. You know what? Fuck it. Change your plans. I'm making that. So from Matt as well, they said Tim Smith wanted to be PM. Tim Smith absolutely would have had fantasies about being Prime Minister. He definitely thought he should be Victorian Premier. He absolutely would have had fantasies about being Prime Minister. Nice. Chris and Charles Trippy grew up into rock star and a dad pretty well. Yes, had that embarrassing public breakup because he'd been doing the daily vlogs with his girlfriend for years, and they broke up, and it was very public and a little bit awkward. So we can coming up with more metaphors for time. The enemy that's slowly dragging you to invisibility, the never-ending darkness. Strathfield, you just got the 6-finger joke. Okay, cool. Safa, should you go to the cinema gold class for $25? If you want, I enjoy gold class. I'm not going to gold class now because of the amount of fucking COVID circulating, and being in a closed space with recirculated air for a couple of hours seems like a real fucking bad idea to me. That's just me. Not everyone shares my reticence. But it's not a thing I want to do. But in broad general terms, I like seeing movies in gold class. Oh, Abigail, you saw Dune at IMAX. That must have been amazing. I was going to do that. Haven't done it yet. Okay. Going to put this away and this away. Away. Okay. I think that's the accolade. Stockholm Syndrome. Yes. I'm going to put this back and get some dry gin. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do my barrel-aged gin. Fuck it. I'm going to do my barrel-aged gin. Because I'm a madman. Out of control. No one can stop me. All right. Typical Simon Difford fussiness says lots of small amounts of things. He's so finicky with his recipes. There, I will have some water in that in a bit. And my Swedish punch. All right. Okay. So, you've only been in Hobart for a year and it's slowing you down. So, 25 mils. Okay. Is this history created by him and Nicholas Fiends? Yeah, there you go. Okie dokie. So, almost out of this aquavit. That will do. The aquavit. Let me get this straight. Put the lime in the coconut and drink it all up. I got another coconut actually to make a coconut aged cocktail. I'll have to do that soon. This weekend. Right. Okay. Lime cordial. Okay. I'm not going to use lime cordial. I'm going to use this. Oh, there was someone at the door then. There may have been, and then they disappeared. All right. Now, a little bit of Swedish punch. Oh, that's got a strong aroma. Rum and tea and spices. And we'll do a sploosh of lime, a sploosh of lemon. And yeah, it's probably enough. Okay, put a bit more ice in. Because why not? Und now they're going to shake. Ah, nice. Abigail, 3D printing coffee grinder is also probably useful for completely legal herbs. Anyway, I'm going to turn the microphone off because this will be loud. That's me practicing my smile while I shake. Was that crazy? Oh, so I forgot to buy alcohol with food shopping. I tend to make specific trips to get alcohol, actually. All right, I'm going to reuse my glass because why not? Ugh. All right. I got really confused about my microphone just then. This is a Viking gimlet. Cheers. Oh, wow, that's pretty good. That's got, wow, that has got a lot going on. That has got a lot going on. And then generally inspired you to get your home brew kit out. Aging barrel. Oh no, your tap went all brittle. You're going to have to replace some parts. Oh, Abigail, you're watching American Crime Story. It's riveting. I very rarely watch true crime stuff, actually. Chris, my individual alcohol trips are usually not that big. Well, sometimes it's 3 or 4 bottles. It's just that I go regularly. I've got some coming by delivery. Okay. So aquavit is kind of a cousin to gin. It's almost like moonshiny gin, and it's very piney. Like some people say, gin has a pine flavor. Aquavit even more so. So this has got like traditional gin flavors. It's got the very piney notes from aquavit, even though it was only a tiny bit of the Swedish punch, because it has such strong flavors. I made like a syrup with things like cinnamon and star anise in it, and tea, like really strong flavored teas. So the Swedish punch has a lot of complex flavors, and even though I put only like a spoonful in, thing. Chris, am I getting an extra cart? Well, I got an extra shelf on the cart because the glassware had been on one shelf, but I got a new place to put the glassware. So there we go. That shows dramatization of true crime. Season 3 is about the impeachment of Clinton. Focuses a lot on Monica Lewinsky. Yeah. There you go. God, speaking about something that read wrong at the time, I think I was as guilty as anyone of going like, I don't remember being critical of Monica Lewinsky. I just remember giving Bill Clinton way too much of a free pass because he's a creepy fucking groomer and predator who exploits the power imbalance that he has. Jesus Unnamed Channel. I started reading that comment. I thought that's like prison wine, and this yes, it's prison. Fruit juice, bread, and a rubbish sack. Yeah. Because you was doing another kind of. I won't have anywhere to put it. I don't have a lot of free space to put anything else. And she's like, I need to rationalize my booze, by which I mean drink. Now, there are a couple of bottles that don't have much in them, and I should like finish them to free up some space. And then maybe another either infinity whiskey bottle or a bottled old fashioned. I really enjoyed when I made a bottled old fashioned, actually, because again, I made a special syrup for it, and it's yummy. Yeah. Although now I look at the whiskeys I have now, I'm going like, they're all really special, and it hasn't run out that much, and I don't know. Anyway, I might do it. Who knows? So, Chris, I don't really get that one. That's messed up. It's going to take over all the other important things. Not really sure what you're saying there. But then again, I'm often very confused and not really sure what's going on. Oh, thank you, Chris. The impeachment. Yes. Okay. Your dad framed the impeachment newspaper. Wow. But that was kind of bullshit because they just got him on a technicality for, lying under oath. But yeah, Clinton's a creeper. He may have never broken the law in terms of he may have never sexually or assaulted or raped a woman, but he definitely consistently was a creepy groomer predator type who exploited the power imbalance he had over young women, which is not acceptable behavior. Sappho, did he visit Weinstein Island? Do you mean Epstein Island, I think you mean? He certainly traveled with Epstein. I think he did. I think he did go to Epstein's fucked up shit with coerced young women or underage. I think it's almost inevitable he did. Laura, hello. The UK Prime Minister might lose his job because he lied about having parties when everyone's lockdown. Yeah, God, that's dragging on. That is dragging on. That whole Boris Johnson debacle. Wow, that was really interesting. The flavors in that were. That was good. That was good in a different way. Like sometimes, like I make one and I go, "Oh, that's good. That's fantastic. I love that. That's 9 out of 10." That's I don't know, at least 7 or 8. But just because it's really interesting, there's all these really different flavors going on in there. Very enjoyable to drink. Yes, a name channel Boris is obviously a Russian spy. He's not smart enough. He's absolutely not smart enough. I should drink some water. Not even feeling that drunk, but just in the name of being responsible. I should drink some water. Plus, iced water tastes nice. I like iced water. Oh yeah. No, that's pretty good. So it's at 9 o'clock. No meetings tomorrow. So I don't. Yeah, Shieldsy would be proud. My better angel sits on my shoulder saying, "Drink water." Abigail, you cannot lie. You like big butts. I love it when, like, there was a thing years ago. I don't know, someone was genetically engineering sheep to have big butts because that was, the hind leg is like the prized cut of meat or something. And people were calling it the Sir Mix-a-Lot gene. This is giving sheep big butts. Can I? Laura, just about 10 a.m. for you. There you go. So I'm just reveling in I don't have any meetings tomorrow. But I'm supposed to be up early. Oh, well, no, I'm always up at 7:30. Air conditioning guy coming around at 7:38 a.m. So I might even put pants on. Whatever. Yeah. I mean, the other time the guy came around basically unannounced on one of the really fucking hot days, and I was just wearing my caftan. And I was just like, dude, okay, they're here. And I just joked and went, yeah, if I'd have known you were coming, maybe I wouldn't be wearing a caftan. Maybe I would have gotten dressed, but whatevs. Laura, you're a terrible liar. It takes too much mental energy to remember what's the truth. What isn't? Just tell the truth. It is easier to just tell the truth and keep it straight. Abigail, normally, yeah, pants is crazy talk in the mornings. I mean, I guess my PJs count as pants, but I might get dressed in human clothes for air conditioning dudes coming over. And no, I'm not making a misogynist assumption. They've already been around. There's 2 of them. One or both of them will be here tomorrow, and they're both dudes. Sorry, that just I was remember there was like someone actually quote tweeting some fucking idiot bigoted fuckwit who's very upset about pronouns and why you say they for the singular, and they're talking about how they were angry about teachers and their indoctrination and whatnot. And this person is actually clueless enough, and they write in their tweet like, any teacher who won't say she or he when talking about an individual should have their teaching license revoked. You just did it. You just said they to refer to a singular because you may have been referring to a male or female person. We do it all the time. Use they as the singular. Laura, you don't need aircon. No. That's why we always laugh. Like, you hear, like, people in England complaining about a crippling heat wave and it's like high 20s, low 30s Celsius, which is hot. And you go, oh, God, you think you're dying. We get over 40. But no one has air conditioning. No one has air conditioning. Yes, Abigail, it hurt itself in its confusion. It was just, it is frigging hilarious when people just fuck themselves up. Like the funniest one is like they're not young anymore. They're in their fucking 30s, I think. But they've been touted as shining lights of conservatism since they were early 20s or even teenagers. Ben Shapiro and Charlie Kirk. They're just so fucking stupid, but they've been sort of puffed up by rich old conservative white men for so long. They believe their own press releases and they think they're really smart. And so they make these big pronouncements and they're so fucking stupid. They're just not smart. And again, in the normal course of things, I am not going to be overly critical of someone who isn't particularly clever. But these frigging idiots who are convinced they are modern day's intellectual giants, and they're just fucking idiots. And they just continually say and do phenomenally stupid things. And it's just like, well, and there's I forget who came up with this line first, but I've always liked it. It's like, well, for someone who's against communism, you sure like being publicly owned. Because they set themselves up repeatedly because they're so fucking stupid. They're just so stupid. It's just, it's absolutely mind-blowing how stupid they are. Okay. I may or may not drink some warm water. May or may not make another cocktail. Wanted to do a variation of one I made recently. Wine glass, my God, I don't need that. What am I looking for? The next modern classic. Okay, this is really interesting. It's like we asked 5 industry leaders, what sort of cocktail made in the last 2 decades is worthy of being called a modern classic. And I've made 2 of them, and they were both fucking amazing. In fact, maybe I should. What's this one? Because it sounds like it's in the spectrum of what I like. Rome with a View. That's a highball. Low BB highball. I really think Bensonhurst. That was really good. Colonial Tires. That was the one. What's a hot lip? Smoky, spicy pineapple margarita. What's in a La Vigna? Rye, Amaro, sherry. I don't have any sherry. I do have a substitute I could use. I'll do something new and different and make that. So, Laura, you only use your aircon when it's really hot. And that's a good question, Safa. In degrees Celsius, what would you consider is hot enough to wheel the air conditioner out? La Vigna. All right. Gonna put some stuff away. In fact, all of this stuff, I don't need any of this. Put it away, put it away, put it away, put it away now. Okay, why is that not going back? I'm so confused. Oh my god, I'm so confused. Why is that not going back? That is absolutely where it was. Why is it not going back there? Oh my god, that's so fucking weird. That is so fucking weird. It was absolutely there before. Now it won't go back. It's doing my head in. Right, rye whiskey. Amaro Montenegro is hiding in there. Right, all this stuff can go back in the fridge. I don't need any of this. Don't need any of this. Hey, behave. Don't worry, it's only plastic. Wouldn't want to do it with this. This is a big, heavy glass bottle. We'll be a bit more careful putting that back. Okay. Crisis averted. Amaro Montenegro. Ese Amaro no niño, ese Amaro Montenegro. And instead of sherry, Mrs. Angry's homemade fennel wine. Which is down here somewhere. Over the rainbow, way up high. There's a land that I love once in a lullaby. And orange bitters. There's me orange bitters. Okay. Equal parts. Let's do it. Let's do it. Shite. I am just doing this. So, Laura, for too hot and too cold. Fed up with cold feet. 27 or higher. That's pretty hot. So, name channel in New Zealand, you don't have aircon. Love to run the aircon in your car. Okay. So, go with the rye whiskey. Just fitting in with American Pie Day. Good old boys drinking whiskey and rye. Singing this will be the day that I die. And some Amaro Montenegro. Und some wine. Yeah, that cork is really suffering. So this beautiful handmade label Mrs. Angry made for this fennel wine way back in the day. The herb fennel used in a strong wine, special reserve on the back. Wine being strong but in no way dangerous must be used gently or there will be some regret. Under the dominion of Mercury, magical power of protection. Healing virtues, cureth the serpent bite, stays the hiccup. Organic ingredients, fennel, licorice, anise, grape, lemon, sugar, yeast. How many dashes of bitters does it say? 1. Bitters. A little bit of ASMR for you. I am not doing this properly, but this will do. 'Cause I'm not trying to impress anyone. That feels pretty cold. Ooh, it's an interesting color. Very amber in color. This is Lavinia. Oh, okay. See, Laura, that was far too oblique for me. Somewhere over the rainbow way up high. That's interesting. Ooh. Well, that's... Man, that goes through a few phases as you drink it. For me, the wine's probably up front. It's like this fruity wine flavor. And then as it goes down, all the other flavors come in, the rye and the slight bitterness from the Montenegro. And it tastes a bit smoky. So when do I turn on the aircon? I tend to, if the day is going to be hot, like over 28 Celsius, I'll turn on the aircon when the temperature gets to 21, 22, because it's actually less strain on the air conditioning to start it up when it's not very hot, as opposed to waiting for it to get very hot. And it actually draws less power and keeps the house cool. It's easier to keep the house cool than to cool the house down when it's gotten intolerably hot. So rather than wait for it to be 30, if it's going to be 30, I'll usually turn the aircon on when it's like 21, 22 and maintain it at that point. Or you think May's the worst for the weather? It's rainy, too hot to wear a coat, too wet not to? Channel, you crank down the aircon at work, you get in first to control the thermostat. Oh, yeah, I mean, this is perfectly agreeable. It's interesting. It's got a really surprising smoky characteristic, which I think might come from the wine, from all the herbs in the wine. Hard to be sure. But again, this is not going to be my favorite. This is like a 7, I guess. 7 out of 10. It's really pleasant, but it's not grabbing me. It's not making me go, ooh, give me another one of them. This is the sort of thing, if someone gave me one, I'd be, oh, cheers, I like that. That's good, thank you. Okay, yeah, it's like a Lavinia. Here's a Lavinia. Oh, okay, thanks. Not going to knock it back because it's quite pleasant, but it's not going down in my books. Like of these ones I've been looking at, these potential modern classics, 2 of them, the Colonial Ties and the Bensonhurst, which is fucking great. The Bensonhurst is like an 8.5 out of 10. And the Colonial Ties is an easy 9, maybe higher. It was just fucking great. In fact, I want to play with the specific ingredients in this Colonial Ties drink, because it's a very simple drink. It's kind of in the region of a Sazerac. You do rye whiskey, rum, sugar, orange bitters, an absinthe rinse, and I want to use some different rums and see how much difference it makes. I was going to do that tonight, make it with some different rums, but I've been doing these other things. Laura, your alcohol arrived in your groceries. Cheap coconut-flavored white rum, which uses pina coladas. Why not indeed? I mean, Yeah, that you just whack it with some pineapple juice or something, and you're off to the races. It sounds like that would be nice and light. And why not, I say? Particularly as colder where you are now, that'll give you a sort of whole tropical escape feel. I like the idea of having the tropical drinks in the middle of winter. Because then it's like, I'm escaping. I'm escaping the cold. But we do what we can. I just realized something. What's this ridiculousness doing? What's that? Why are you trying to get my attention? I hate it when things try and get my attention. Let me see. Just for fun, I was just going to look at the news headlines, see if there's anything interesting. Christian lobby group attacks Morrison for vowing students won't be expelled due to sexuality or gender. Fucking Christo-fascists. A lot of people dying from COVID. Liberals try to force Alex. Oh, great. New South Wales Liberals are having fights over pre-selection, which is funny. Oh, God, that Ben Roberts-Smith and Australian Special Forces murdering people. Yay. Well, that's an interesting headline. Geriatrician says government's palliative care COVID death rate doesn't make sense. What does that mean? Federal Health Minister said 60% of aged care residents that have died from COVID were in palliative care, but a geriatric medicine specialist said that number doesn't make sense. Called on Greg Hunt to substantiate the count. Right, yes, because Greg Hunt's trying to say it's not our fault. They're really sick already. And someone else is saying, I think he's talking shit. Really? A Liberal Party politician talking shit? Oh, wow. Oh, Laura, the religious zealots not only want to expel queer kids from school, there was a school that was going to force parents to sign a pledge saying they absolutely reject the LGBT lifestyle as immoral and wrong, and you couldn't enroll your children in the school unless you made this pledge. And that got out, and everyone said, you people are fucking psychopaths. And so they backed down because it's like, really? Being sort of medieval lunatics isn't popular? But we're in Queensland. We thought people liked that sort of thing. So yeah, that was pretty ugly, quite honestly. Was using your fennel wine as a sherry substitute again. Making a drink called La Vigna, equal parts rye whiskey and Amaro, and what said sherry. So I thought I'm going to use, because you recommended that as a sherry substitute. And it was very pleasant. It's not going down in the record books as my favorite, but it's quite a pleasant drink. A 7 out of 10 on our scale. And as I've recently discovered a couple of 8.5, 9s, 7 is not setting my world on fire. But Now I think I should drink more water. And then channels, talking of medieval, you're going to try a game called Medieval Dynasty. No, I don't play that many games. Like I said, earlier today, I was going on murder. Oh my God, the focus just went whack. Why did it do that? Oh God, I've got to get the software for playing with the camera. That is not the right thing. Why did I click on that? Okay, focus came back, but it's probably going to go away again. So I am hopefully. Wait, what? Oh, Jesus Christ. Why did that software not open? All right, there we go. You play. Okay, now it's just doing all sorts of silly things. That's beautiful. Oh, okay. Ooh, focus. Okay, that ought to fix the focus. Okay, that ought to be okay now. And then John thought you'd rub less than no, this webcam just occasionally, it's not meant to be on autofocus, and occasionally just goes woof, and so I have to actually fire up the software to control it and do fixed focus. And Bob's your auntie's live-in lover. I drink a little bit more water. I'm going to break out my barrel-aged cocktail this week. It's in the 4th week of aging in its little barrel. I'm going to bottle it, make a video trying it. It's just, I'll show you, it's just, see, here's my barrel. Top of Mimsy's climbing tree. She never goes right up there. So the cocktail in there has been aging for coming up on 4 weeks, which is how long I'd planned to let it age in Australia. Then I'm going to put some whiskey in there, some bourbon, because the wood will have absorbed the flavors of the things I've been putting in there. So then the whiskey should have absorbed some of those flavors if I leave it in there for a month or two. And then I'll see what the whiskey's like. Safra, I should get a second barrel. You're absolutely right. Yes, Laura, I think that's literally what I thought. I was literally just thinking about a drink and the camera went out of focus. And I was going, oh, the camera's making a statement about me drinking. Like, shut up, camera. I'm drinking water. Oh, Mimsy's coming in. You going to come up and say hello? Are you looking for food? Is that what you're doing? Hoping someone dropped food on the floor? That actually looks like a bit of food. What's that? What's that? No? You want to come over and get a pat? Weird cat. Weird old cat. Oh, actually, it's a carrot. Are you not interested in carrots? You want to come up here? Come up and say hello to the people. You're just going to wander around looking for food. I could cheat. I could put a bit of ham up here on her perch and she'd come up. Come on. What are you doing, you silly cat? Yeah, so I bought some Maker's Mark bourbon on special. And that's a good one to try aging in the barrel, like finishing in the barrel. It's already been barrel aged because it's a good but not exceptional whiskey. And I can easily get some more Maker's Mark. So if I leave the Maker's Mark in the barrel for a month or two. Okay, that is food that I was pointing you to. Now you've decided you like it. Weird cat. I'll show you. Where are we? There she is. She's finding bits of food someone's dropped on the kitchen floor. She's pretty happy. So she's happy down there. such a weird cat. She's just being weird. Meow. Meow. Do you want to come over here? Like I said, I could cheat and get a little bit of ham and lure her over so she comes and sits here and says hello. Such a weirdo. She's such a weird cat. Now she's wandered off a bit. Actually, I got some chicken for dinner tonight, and there's some leftovers in the fridge. I could maybe pull off a little bit of chicken. I'll see if that'll get her to come up and say hello, actually. Got a bit of chicken out of the fridge. Chicken. Got like a whole barbecue chicken. Knowing I wasn't going to eat it all. Ooh, chicken skin. Yum. Like keeping chicken to make like a sandwich with tomorrow. Or something. Make something with it. Whether it's like a sandwich or an omelette or something. Oh no, she's leaving. Mimsy. She left. Okay, I'm eating the chicken. Oh. So much for that plan. I took too long to do it. Oh, it's good chicken. You know, rotisserie chicken. It's yummy. Name channel, you want the chicken? Yes, it's rotisserie roast chicken. It's very nice. It's very good. Just had chicken and chips for dinner. Thursday night, takeaway night in the Angry House. There's leftover chips too. Might do a thing like with if you place to do the loaded chips, you get chips and you might put chicken and some sauce and cheese and bake it. Do loaded chips because that sounds healthy, doesn't it? Might do that for lunch or dinner tomorrow. I don't know. I might do that. Yes, actually, Optical Joe, he does make good soup. Going to be a lot of bones and stuff. Be good for soup. And Mrs. Angry makes very good soups, actually. Most of her soups are vegetable soups, and they're extremely yummy. I'm a big fan. But she does make a good chicken soup too. Suffer, do KFC or Macca's chips taste better? I think it depends on my mood because sometimes I like the thicker chips that KFC has, and sometimes I like the thin French fries Macca's has. Probably on average, I'm going to fall on the Macca's French fries side, but sometimes I really prefer the KFC style chips. These ones that came from like a local chicken place, they're much more like the KFC style, except they were really fried, and because sometimes at KFC that I feel like they don't fry the chips properly, and just a huge amount of well, when I say spice, I don't mean hot, but it's not just salt that's on them. It's like seasoning. Seasoning, that's the word I want. Seasoning. There's a lot of seasoning, and in fact, probably slightly too much. The chips are probably slightly too salty, but that's okay. I put some Kewpie mayonnaise on them to cut that. I don't chicken. Does Pizza Hut make chips? Or are you being silly? I don't even know. Millennial humor is so weird. I never know when someone's joking. I don't know if we even have Pizza Hut in Australia anymore. Used to be everywhere. Unnamed chicken. It's not just chicken salt. It's in that spectrum. I fucking love chicken salt, quite honestly. It's a seasoning. It's a seasoning, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But yeah, they probably put a bit too much on. They were a bit too salty. Like I said, Kewpie mayonnaise to the rescue. That cut the saltiness. There we go. You had pizza last night. It still exists. Okay. So they do here also chips, wings, pasta, etc. Okay. See, it's so long since I didn't even know Pizza Hut. I was not sure Pizza Hut still existed. Certainly don't know what they still had. I mean, I worked at Pizza Hut when I was at college, and what's on the menu at Pizza Hut has changed since then. The salad bar. I don't know if they still have the salad bar in Pizza Huts. We had a pasta dish that made, and this is back in the late 80s, it was called cavatini. It was kind of spiral pasta and a vegetable sauce, tomato and other vegetables in it. Oh my God, yes, those ads, musical aviator, 4811111. I remember those ads. Jesus. And I remember when I worked at the Pizza, like you always let us have a pizza after a shift. One of my co-workers would put potato salad on the pizza and swore it was great. And we thought she was a weirdo. But these days, potato on pizza is gourmet. It's very good. Okay, so unnamed channel, they don't have sit down at Pizza Hut. And Abigail, you think here it's all online. Okay. Oh God, yes, Safa, those Pizza Hut ads Gorbachev did. Weird as hell. Laurie, heading for bed. Good night to you. For the UK, you're in an odd sleeping pattern, but it's fitting in with Australia. There we go. Oh yes, Angry Bunch tomorrow. Absolutely, if you're up for it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So I know Nettie's wanting visitors next week, and I was like, "You all fucking have COVID." I'm really not keen to visit until at least a week after negative tests for everyone in your house. I know that makes me a wuss and whatnot, but So musical aviator, you reckon there's physical Pizza Huts in Oakley and Pran? I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up. Pizza Hut. Let's search Pizza Hut. Find a store near you. Okay. There are a lot of physical Pizza Hut stores still in existence. Dozens of them. Dozens, and I'm just scrolling through. There are fucking dozens and dozens, which is, again, it's probably only a tenth of what there was in the 80s or 90s, because they were fucking everywhere in the 80s and 90s. But there are still dozens and dozens of physical Pizza Huts around the place. And I'm channel, it's my health. Just state the facts. Fucked if you're going to someone else. Oh, yeah. No. It is. And no, I've been very clear about that. Even when people didn't have COVID, I was like, New Year's Eve, we were going to have a big thing here. I was like, no, honestly, I'm going to err on the side of caution and say no to a bunch of people in the house. Too much COVID about. So we shall see. Yeah, I think not. Nettie wants to do a physical hangout for a stream next week, but not sure how things are going with COVID in her house. So yeah. And I got to be honest, given my age and the shape I'm in, contracting COVID's a real fucking bad idea, quite honestly. The scale for complications and the scope for complications is actually quite high. Oh, yes, unnamed channel. Go to Blockbuster on Friday to get a new release, then Pizza Hut for takeaway. That's the 90s. Oh, it's an interesting one, Heine. Scorptech has a few graphics cards on sale, including a 3080. Not in the market at the moment. I got this laptop from Scorptech I think. And I forget where Abigail and I got parts for my PC that she built last year. Oh yeah, no, Safa, Video Easy. That was another one I went to. Is Blockbuster, Video Easy. Very big on the video rental back in the day. Now I fucking through the. I probably stopped buying physical media like 10 years ago. Not strictly speaking, I've got some from the last couple of years that I really wanted. Oh, okay. Heine has a mobile 3080, not too shabby for laptop. I don't even remember what this laptop has. Oh god, this is Windows 11 and I don't know how to use it. System. Projecting. Oh, I don't even know how to find the specs on Windows 11, actually. It's annoying. It's annoying. I'm just going to say it. It's annoying. Pinned all these things that I never actually use. Oh, Heine, my laptop has a 3080. Okay. Ooh, Abigail going to Radio Shack and then Blockbuster on the way to Time Zone to play arcade. That's the 80s. Yeah. And then channel, I never worked out how to rewind DVDs. I thought they do it in the store. Okay. Oh, no, wait. Michi Chiquita. What's that about? I was about to say that's like spam on Twitch, but you've been here before. That's, well, no one on YouTube can see that you are doing that thing with individual words. And I don't think there's anyone else watching on Twitch. So, it's like your channel's been taken over by a spam bot and he's just typing random words. Abigail, you have a 2080 Super. Would love an upgrade, but happy at the moment. There you go. All right. All right, all right, all right. It's 9:40. Super tempted to make another drink, but I won't. I could stay up late because, like I said, I don't have meetings tomorrow, so I can be semi-fucked tomorrow, and it doesn't matter. But you know what? I'm not going to. Not going to. Going to be. You know what I might do though? I might have a nice, lightly flavored soda rather than plain water. Have one of my Cappy sodas. What have I got? I've got lemon and basil. Got a bunch of lemon and basil. What's that one? Blood orange. Well, I have a lemon and basil soda. These really nice, lightly flavored sodas Cappy does. My name channel, you have a 1066 gigabyte to 4K game. That's right. I got this laptop specifically for the potential to do streams where I play a game, and I've got Red Dead Redemption 2 on here, which works really well on this laptop. At some point, Dr. Abe was going to come around for a tech support session and set it up so I can stream properly with a game. Because I almost worked it out and then didn't. And I couldn't stream the game with sound. No. Yummy. Oh, that's pleasant. Blah. Blah. Yeah, all the expensive graphics cards because of the fucking crypto miners. Fucking shitheads. Don't we hate the crypto miners? Destroying the environment and burning through the amount of electricity that they do, and also making it impossible to get decent graphics cards. Bum Fungus is saying Gucci now too. Yeah, I don't know what that was about, Bum Fungus. Chip shortage and scalpers and yeah. But just generally, I think we can say fuck crypto miners because there is so much wrong with what they're doing. So very, very much wrong. I love the analogy someone was drawing about how crypto people defending, because crypto people come up with these ridiculous defenses when you say this is bullshit. And they go, oh yeah, but the existing system's bullshit. And you go, but you're just creating more bullshit. It's just like, if the existing system has a problem and you go off and create this new thing that actually still has the same intrinsic problem, then you just made the problem worse. Fucking losers. Oh. Okay, today's free ad from people that I wish would sponsor me. First people I'd wish would sponsor me is all these people, all these alcohol producers that I enjoy their product. Wish they'd sponsor me, give me freebies. But yeah, tonight's other unpaid ad is for Cappy sodas. I think you only get these in Australia. Thoroughly recommend them. They do some that are like, like normal soft drinks. They have sugar in them and whatnot, but they do a few that have like no sugar in, and they don't even have artificial sweetener in them. It's soda water with really light flavoring, fruit and herb flavoring. There's blood orange and sage. This one's lemon and basil. And there's one that's just blood orange that Coles has. Really good, just nice, lightly fizzy with just a really light flavor. Oh, yes. Cappy, send me a case of your wonderful sodas. Unnamed channel. The problem with a gold-based system is sort of rampant inflation, and it led to regular crashes in the economy. The current system is definitely imaginary numbers. It's definitely a consensual hallucination. It only exists because everyone believes it exists. There's nothing real about it. But the gold standard had a lot of critical failings that caused a lot of problems. Capitalism generally is fucking stupid, honestly. That's good. Yes, Abigail, we should start mining asteroids. Then the gold-based economy would be useless. Was the line of the one of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy books when they realized they're on a prehistoric Earth, and the B arc, all the losers from this planet who've been shuttled off into space and crash landed on Earth, and none of them produce anything. So someone said leaves should be currency, and they all agreed, yes, leaves should be currency, which led to an inflationary situation where two major deciduous forests could buy one chickpea. Okay, unnamed channel. Here's a fun thing. It depends what you define capitalism as. I also want to say, Abigail saying a resource-based economy, and Safa saying, what if we run out of resources? We die is the answer to that, Safa. We die, which is what capitalism is doing to us. What exists in the world today is without doubt a corrupt and evil system. The idea that people can gain benefit by causing destruction, suffering, and pain is fucking heinous. And that's what modern capitalism does. It allows people to accrue wealth and power by causing devastation, suffering, and pain. A system that rewards people for killing is just shit, and that's what modern capitalism is. A system that allows someone to accumulate massive wealth and power while exploiting millions of people is fucking criminal. Everyone involved in production should be rewarded. And in fact, I go with the anarchist principle of each contributes according to their capability, each takes according to their need. And what that recognizes is in some areas, some people are capable of contributing more than others. And in some circumstance, some people need more than others. But the current system is just all exploitation. Are you going to come up and say hello, Mimsy? Will I tempt you with a bit of chicken? Or all right, Mimsy came back. I'll tempt her a bit with a bit of chicken. She'll like that. Now, you'll like this. Ooh, I've got her attention. I have her attention. What are you doing, you silly cat? Look. Come here, you weirdo. Look. Look at this. Look. Up here. There you go. Look. Yeah, it's up here. I'm going to make you perform for the people. Come up here. Yes, meow. Come up here. Come on. Come on, you grumpy old shit. There you go. Come on. It's up here anyway. It's up here, you weird senile cat. Come on, it's up here. All right, you weird senile cat. I'll eat it again. Oh, now you want it? I ate it. It's too late. Yeah? It's up here. Okay? No, I'm putting this away. There's a bit of chicken on your perch up here. You fucking weirdo. Come on. That's it. All the way up. Come on, come up and say hello to the people. There you go. There's Mimsy. It's there. Your fucking paws on it, you senile cat. Honestly. You're absolutely senile. Again, she's equivalent to an 80-year-old. My God, she's fucking lost it, honestly. Oh. No, there's no more. There's no more. You don't deserve any more. You're fucking weird. She's just going to come in and bother me in bed now. Oh god, now she's obsessed because I put a tiny bit of chicken. She thinks there's more chicken about somewhere. She's sniffing all. Where is she? See? There she is. There's no more chicken. There's no more chicken. I might give you some bones tomorrow to chew on. Okay? Because I'll be stripping the chicken off the bones to make something, a sandwich or an omelette or loaded chips or something. But that's tomorrow. I'm not doing that till tomorrow. Bunny Knoxkill, hello. Have I had Old Virginia bourbon whiskey? I do not believe I have. I've only had fairly mainstream bourbons. I have two kind of exotic American whiskeys at the moment. High West Rye, which is from Utah, and Balcones Single Malt Whiskey, which is from Texas. Balcones do make a bourbon as well, but this is not a bourbon. Bourbon follows specific rules, and one of the big ones is has to be aged in new oak barrels. What the American whiskey makers agreed for a definition of single malt is all made in one distillery, but the barrels don't have to be new. So I know in case in point, I think the Balcones single malt is aged in barrels that were previously used for wine, and it's fucking great. Yeah, Chris, I don't know why Mimsy doesn't want to chill up here. Come on, come up here. Come up and say hello, silly cat. Say hello, you silly cat. Okay, maybe I'll give you a bit more chicken. Maybe I'll give you a bit more chicken because you came out. Oh, true. Going to be a big shooky cat. Big shooky cat who wants scratches. She's so bony these days. She's very old. She used to be fat, and now she's skinny and bony because she's old. Oh no, Abigail, you had a part in your 3D printer failed. God damn it. Ugh. So everyone likes seeing you, Mimsy. All right. I'm not getting more chicken out now, but okay, I promise you I will give you some chicken tomorrow, okay? I'll give you some chicken tomorrow. I'll put some bones out for you. Or are you going to jump in my lap? Okay. She's jumping in my lap now. Like last night was TV night with Mrs. Angry. Watched a couple episodes of The Mandalorian. No, I'm saying The Mandalorian because The Mandalorian was in it. The Book of Boba Fett. And she was very into sitting on my lap last night. Sitting on the lounge. She liked that. And I think Disney had G'ing up to put the Obi-Wan Kenobi series on, probably when the Book of Boba Fett runs its course. It's what they do with the Marvel series. They run a Marvel series, and then about a month after the series ends, a different series starts. So I think they may be doing that with Star Wars as well. Johnny, you don't know a lot about whiskey, but you got something quite nice. I don't know a lot about whiskey either. Most of my whiskies are Australian. I spend most of my money on Australian whiskies. I only have one Scotch. I have one Irish whiskey. And I think I currently have 2 American whiskey. I mean, I have the bottle of Maker's Mark, but I'm not drinking that. That's going to go in my barrel to pick up some flavors from my barrel. Hey, No Tooth, thanks for dropping by, saying hello. You got work tomorrow? I have work tomorrow as well. But I don't have any meetings, so that's a huge fucking plus. Had a weird fucking I don't know, it's weird and good, but there's this one guy who's been shitting me for a while, and he just made a complete ass of himself to everyone, including his boss and his boss's boss. And it's just like, cool. So now the fact that I've been complaining about what a fucking shithead this guy is, he just outed himself. He just acted like a complete ass. And hopefully now everyone's saying, fuck that. No, get down. Just going to go climbing up on the table. Can't encourage you to do that. So, but I'm also being kind of responsible, no, too. Like I could run this stream later. I could drink more. Not going to. Well, that's been a good stream. I've enjoyed talking to everyone tonight. I've had a couple of drinks that have been quite nice. I was very tempted to do some more. I'm not going to. Oofed. So I don't know what videos I'm making for next week. I'm making a video for Pisco Sour Day on Monday. And then I'm making an early Valentine's Day video. Oh, God, Johnny, AZ. Okay, AZ's having some health complications at the moment. But in fact, his bigger drama is a very dangerous individual in the apartment building that he's managing. He was on the stream the other night and he gave everyone a short version of how this guy is like threatening him and doing weird shit and just causing misery. And so that's a major drama for AZ at the moment, managing this person who's acting like a fucking psycho. Plus, he has health challenges as well. So it's all a bit much for him at the moment to join the stream, although he did join the other night. No, I'm not getting blind. Thank you for dropping in and saying hello, by the way. I always appreciate it. It's time for me to say fare thee well as well. It coming up to 10 o'clock as it is. Drunken FPV, ISIS eligible. This person may well be doing fucking meth because they sound super dangerous. They are doing very deranged shit. They are threatening AZ. They are causing no end of trouble. They're making other people want to move out because they're such a fucking wacko. So, yeah, I mean, hopefully that's not a big thing for a long time. But yes, it's a bit much at the moment for AIDS. It's a bit much for him trying to organize this stuff and come on the stream. So I've told him to like chill and sort out some shit and don't stress as much as possible. Certainly don't stress about this and whatnot. But anyway, so yeah, that's AIDS's update, which is not great, but we might, who knows, we might see him. I mean, tomorrow night, party night, party. And yes, drunken FPV, I think a sledgehammer could well solve that problem. But we shall see what ultimately solves it. But for now, gonna go to bed. So I'll see you fabulous people another time. If you're up for it, tomorrow night, party night, we'll see what happens. We'll see how we go, see how wild and wacky it gets. My prediction, very, very wild and wacky. But we'll see. We don't know what's really going to happen. I'm going to make a couple videos for my cocktail channel. I might do that just before the stream. And so then I have the cocktails. Like I'd be shooting the close-ups of making the cocktails. Might do that just before the stream. So then I have those cocktails to drink tomorrow night. So we'll see. It's going to be a Pisco Sour Porn Star Martini mashup. And for Valentine's Day, I found this drink, just the name's great. It's called Love and Murder, which is an excellent name for a drink. And I think that's fun for Valentine's Day. So that's what I'm going to make tomorrow. I might make it just before the stream, so I have the cocktails to drink on the stream. But you all take care. I'm going to mosey out for now. Go to Sleepy Bobos. And if you're up for it, we'll be up for party night tomorrow night. So fare thee well, one and all.